talk about a few things this morning before we get to church here in another 6 hours. You know, a lot of things are going on in this country that's really wrong. They don't like things you say. If you're a Christian or you're a patriot, which most Americans, if you're a true American, you're going to be a patriot anyway. If you belong to any kind of religious group or affiliation, or if you have guns or you go to church, they don't like that. And it's like an assault on all rights. It's not just your liberty or your guns, it's everything. They want to take all this stuff away from you. You know, they're already teaching kids about pedophilia in schools, and they're already teaching them to masturbate in schools as part of sex ed. And it starts in the 4th grade in most places across America. They're also telling kids to look in their families' homes for guns and to report it back to the schools where they go. Because what they're doing is they're corrupting the kids and teaching them all these things that are not biblical and are not right. You know, we can still win this, though. We can win this against this globalist, factions that are going on with this political correctness. What political correctness is really just the norm. It's just where we go against the norm, and it's a bunch of taboos of what we think is deemed to be correct. And even though it doesn't really matter, but people want to make an issue out of something like a fear of mongering about having guns, or fear mongering of because you're a Christian, or fear mongering because you're a veteran, or because you're black, you're white, or whatever. It's all stupid. Political correctness is dumb anyway. And, we all should be working together. We should set aside our differences in our color and, our class. And we should all work together because in the end, we're all going to be affected by this when it all hits the fan. So if we don't start standing up together now as Americans, no matter what color we are or demographic, when everything starts going crazy, you're going to wish you did something long before it got to that point. Because see, tyranny, it's sort of like the analogy where you put frogs in a pot of water and they slowly turn up the heat gradually. Well, that's sort of what they're doing with tyranny. It's rolling out. It's already out. It's not like it hasn't happened yet. Like the news says, it's no tyranny. Ain't nothing going on. There's a lot going on. When you get groped at the airport, that's tyranny. When your children get groped in the genital regions, that's tyranny. When they have checkpoints at your stores and malls and on the highways, that's tyranny. If you got to spell everything out, when they go through you or when they have random stop points for no reason, the police just stop you just to stop you. Not because you're a suspect, or when they do saliva swabs in your mouth. That's tyranny. When they collect serial numbers off of guns and weapons that you have, that's tyranny. When they want to go and confiscate all your guns, that's tyranny. When they put GMO in your food, or when they put bug spray in corn, that's tyranny. All these things. When they put fluoride in the water, that's tyranny. Okay? When they don't care about individuals' rights, that's tyranny. When we start a bunch of wars with other countries to make deals and back shady rooms, that's tyranny when no one knows about it. This Obama health care, that's tyranny because it doesn't work, and most people think they have insurance who filed it on the government site don't have health insurance even though it says they do. When they go to get help, they don't get any care because they don't have any health insurance. That's tyranny. So, and I might have missed a few, but I think I've named most of them. So, when they tell you that you're 503c church, you can't talk about stuff behind the pulpit. Otherwise, you could lose your 503c status as well as the church. That's tyranny. When they tell you can't talk about politics, when the early churches, that's what they talked about. That's tyranny. See, these are all examples. When you have a president handing out executive orders when we're not in a war, and there's no reason or ground for his executive orders, that's tyranny. When you have a president, along with the Congress and Senate and other officials of the government, that continue to lie to us on a daily basis, that's tyranny. So these are all things to let you know what tyranny is, because if the country was free, and we had an honest government that they would keep telling us to trust them about the NSA and everything, and them spying on everything, what you're doing, on all media with what they call metadata, and PRISM and other tools. Matter of fact, a catalog of all the FBI tools and also just about all the NSA tools that they use has been publicly released. And somehow it got out, and somebody got a hold of it and released it on the web. That's tyranny. Because they shouldn't be surveillancing on citizens here in the United States. They should be concentrating on the citizens. They should be concentrating on people that are outside the U.S. Unless they get a warrant. Then they can go in and concentrate on people here. But without a warrant or due process, which right now, they're recording your phone calls. They're probably recording this transmission on YouTube before it even goes out, because it's on my phone. It's a perfect spy gear device. Embedded chips and making things go up higher so they can charge you a lot more so they can spy on what you say and what you do. That's tyranny. You know, they made a big deal about the Chinese or Japanese Yahweh. I think it's called Kawe or something that was called Yahweh. Kawe products where they were putting back doors in there, and they were warning everybody not to buy their stuff, their routers and all. When yet our government's doing the same damn thing. Exactly. They're doing the same thing. So, you know, that's tyranny. And, you know, gaslighting and lying continually. I mean, we got to hold these people accountable, America, for what they're doing. We have to wake up and have a moral conscience and a vision to what's going on so that we can have a future for our children and have a future for all Americans that live here. Whether you're Mexican or whatever you are, you're still an American. Even if you come over here and you get nationally legalized to be a citizen, you're still an American. If you're living here and you're working here illegally, you're not an American. But if you get nationalized and get the test and the green card, you're considered an alien, but you have citizen status with that green card. See, that's so important. So anyway, this is just some things I want to talk about. And this is for January the 5th, 2014. This is Michael from the Silva's Media, the Freedom Network. I'll see you later on today with the church message. I love you, and stay tuned.